So, as a holistic health practitioner, it is essential to be able to manage our inflammation. We live in such a stressed out time where our bodies are chronically in an inflamed state. So, being able to reduce inflammation is an essential piece to have a healthy mind and a healthy body. And turmeric is most well known, I believe, for its anti inflammatory properties. But when researching the latest for this video, I found out there's a whole heck of a lot more. I'm going to share those benefits with you here. So the first one that many of us are aware of is that this is great for inflammation, like I mentioned. And inflammation on a chronic scale is causing a whole heck of a lot of havoc. Chronic disease and a lot of stuff isn't inflammation based, which stems oftentimes from stress and causing a whole host of challenges in our body. So if we can reduce inflammation, turmeric is a great tool for doing that. And there's a fun little fact that if you combine it with black pepper, cayenne pepper, something in that family, it actually is going to help your body's absorption of turmeric to help with inflammation. And now this is one that really surprised me. I did not know about. And this is from the Cleveland Clinic study. So this is something that helps improve memory. So a clinical trial showed that 90 milligrams of curcumin, which is the active compound in turmeric, taken twice a day for 18 months helped improve memory performance in adults without dementia. So research thought that the reduction in brain inflammation, again, inflammation being the root cause of a lot of challenges, and curcumin's antioxidant properties led to less decline in neurocognition, which is the ability to think and reason. So curcumin may also have a role in preventing the development of Alzheimer's disease. However, that's an area where we need more research. So the fact that this is great for our body and our mind, helps with memory, that's a pretty good win. And now what kind of makes sense along with this side of reducing inflammation is this can help to reduce pain. Many of us are living in this chronic inflamed state, like I mentioned. So by being able to reduce that inflammation, that may actually help to reduce our pain levels as well. And so it's interesting to notice that anything that ends with the word itis means inflammation of. So arthritis, colonitis, tendinitis, a lot of these things are inflammation of that area. So we can actually help by hitting the root cause of these challenges by getting down inflammation. And on that same note, this is also from the Cleveland Clinic, it's shown to lower the risk of heart disease. And think of, again, we're talking about inflammation here. We're talking about oxidation. This is great for free radicals. So what it reads here on the clevelandclinic.org website, with its ability to help reduce inflammation and oxidation, turmeric could lower the risk of heart disease. Studies show that turmeric may help reverse the heart disease process. And healthy middle-aged and older adults who took curcumin supplements for 12 weeks. Resistance artery endothelial production, which plays a significant role in high blood pressure, was increased. Another study followed 121 people who had coronary artery bypass surgery. A few days before and after the surgery, that group took 4 grams of curcumin a day and saw a 65 decreased risk in having a heart attack in the hospital. That is a gigantic number. Imagine having a 65% less chance of having a heart attack if you already have heart disease. That's a pretty big deal. And that's, again, a lot of this is inflammation of the heart. We're under so much stress. Now it continues. Turmeric may also be helpful when used along with medication for managing cholesterol levels. Research shows that curcumin is safe and may protect those at risk for heart disease by lowering certain levels of cholesterol, though more study is needed to look at how much and what type is effective. So the point being is that when it comes to supplementation, which if you follow my videos before, you know that I'm a big fan of supplementation, but not as a replacement for a healthy lifestyle. So the point of what this is saying here is that yes, adding on turmeric is going to be helpful with reduction in heart disease, inflammation, all these other things we're talking about, but you can't just rely on it alone. This comes to a whole bigger piece of living a holistic lifestyle. Now, this is something that, again, makes sense when you think of things together. It helps to fight depression. Now, at first glance, it's like, how does that make sense? But then when you think about it, again, if we're reducing our stress levels, reducing inflammation, reducing antioxidants, our body's actually functioning at a healthier level. There's less inflammation. We're thinking more clearly. Our heart is functioning better. All of these challenges are going to lead to depression. So if we can cure a lot of these challenges, that is going to help us with our depression. So what the study says here is if you have depression, the protein known as brain-derived neurotrophic factor, BDNF, is reduced and your hippocampus, which helps with learning and memory, starts to shrink. A study shown that curcumin can boost BDNF levels and may reverse changes. So when we're in that depressive state, our BDNF is reduced and your hippocampus, which helps with learning and memory, starts to shrink. So by using turmeric, again, curcumin being the active compound in turmeric, that can help to reverse some of those changes. So another study showed that curcumin was just as effective as Prozac let that sink in for a minute. In lessening symptoms of depression, curcumin may also increase levels of serotonin and dopamine, which are the chemicals in your brain that regulate mood and other body functions. So hold on. What you're telling me here is that we can use a little root vegetable, turmeric, grows on the ground, to help with depression that is as effective as Prozac. Well, that might be a cheaper, better way with no side effects to improve our depression. That was a really big takeaway for me. And now this is, again, coming full circle with one of our biggest challenges we face in society is cancer. So studies have shown that utilizing turmeric can actually help to reduce the risk of cancer. So what it says here, again, clevelandclinic.org, curcumin may affect cancer growth and developing according to some studies. One study which found focus on colorectal cancer saw a 40% reduction of the number of lesions in the colon in men. That's a big deal. These aren't small numbers. 40% here, 65% chance less of having a heart attack. These are big numbers. And it really just goes to show for me the impact of inflammation in the body. If we can reduce inflammation, this is going to change so many aspects of our lives. We talked about the heart. We talked about cancer. We talked about depression. We talked about all these different things that are interwoven. And that's a big piece of my intention with this channel, is to share that we are one system. How we do one thing affects everything else. So if we can reduce inflammation in the body in one area, that's going to help with other areas. And especially if we can reduce the whole system inflammation, it's going to lead to a whole host of other benefits. So if you found this video to be helpful, please do like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Hit the little bell notification so you'll get notified every time a new video comes out, because I'm going to be continuing to share many of these videos every single Thursday at 10 a.m. Eastern time. A new video drops. And every Monday at 10 a.m. Eastern time, a new podcast comes out. So stay tuned in, and we're going to keep on going. Now, turmeric, where can we get turmeric? Obviously, you can get it in a store. I always recommend that with anything, get it organic. If you're going to use some turmeric powder, maybe to start cooking with, that's a great option. Turmeric curry was a great dish I learned in Sri Lanka. But if you're looking for products, we've got two favorites here that can be helpful for inflammation. So the first one is Joint Flex. This is by Purium Health Products. They are one of my favorite companies that I've been using for almost 3 years now. And this specific concoction here, we'll call it, Joint Flex, is great for inflammation. It has a few other things in here. It also has green lipped mussel. It has white willow, horsetail herb. We got the curcumin extract in here, velvet antler, alfalfa leaf, whole powder. We got some really great anti-inflammatories. So that's a nice blend. But if you're looking for straight up turmeric, Rewild Organics, this is actually from my friend Pat Collins. So he restores farmland in Costa Rica, regenerative farming. So this is something that is going to be regenerating rainforest down in Costa Rica. And that is just a straight up turmeric tincture. So, the only thing we got in here is the turmeric and black pepper, like I mentioned in the beginning, which helps with the absorption. So you can get both of those. I'll put the links in the description box as well. We get both these, the Joint Flex and the turmeric tincture, and save 10% off the turmeric tincture and $50 off your first order with Purium of $75 or more using the discount code wholehealth. So again, check those out. I'll put those links in there. I appreciate you watching. Please do like, share, and subscribe if you found this to be helpful, and have the best day ever. We'll see you soon.